Are you ready to be gaming tonight, Ryan?
Oh, I'm gaming.
I'm sure.
I'm gaming with my good friend Andreas.
I'm ready to watch and observe from
Mm-hmm.
afar.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this apple.
You're ready for the apple?
I'm ready for the apple.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
on my lantern.
Nice. Just gotta be locked in.
Locked in.
But, are you ready to start, Ryan?
I'm ready.
Okay. Then, where would you like to begin? After the party at Widowstone Keep.
I think Andreas' first point of business is I think he wants to spend some time with his parents.
That is fair. Then, you would be able to find your mother and your father at Widowstone Keep after the party, as they would still be just enjoying being back together with themselves and with you, asking you questions about your life, what you've done, trying to get to know you.
Yeah. And I think Andreas is also trying to get to know them because he has no idea where they've been. I mean, he knows where Zell's been, but
Then do you have any questions you would like to ask or things you'd like to say?
yeah. I mean, I think the first thing is Andreas kind of look at them and like, so remind me how the two of you met. How did all of this happen?
Well, it was after the shaking. I grew a little reserved. And one beautiful woman came to comfort and aid me, despite my multiple objections. Your father, well, how should I say? He was persistent that I should leave. I was persistent that he shouldn't be alone. She was able to reach me at a time when I was more or less inconsolable. I began to look at the Prime Ring and realize the expansion of the Empire was futile. There was a greater force coming, but a political expansion, it would not get anywhere. So, I devoted my time towards other things, to learning and to your mother. Eventually, I wished to return home. Wished to live a life that would be considered more normal. So I went to your father and I said that I would have to leave. And to my shock, he decided to leave with me. And that is when we moved to Deprez, began a life. It was a happy time for the both of us. And then there came a day when we were attacked out of nowhere. If Yvonne and myself had not been so trained in the art of magic and defense, well, things could have gone very differently. After looking into the attack, was able to figure out that it was the Order of the Knowing Rebirth that had found us and trying to stop something. Kill us, destroy me. Even now, I can only truly guess at their motives. No matter, because I was able to find those who perpetrated the attack that knew of our exact location and existence, and I burned their souls to cinders. After that, though, I realized that our time for a normal life was over. You are a regular human being. No natural divinities or magics within you. We wanted you to have a normal life, a good life. But with the Order of the Knowing Rebirth coming after us, that was all up in flames. And they would attack you to get to us. We disappeared. We hid you with a group of good soldiers and men who I hope took care of you, gave you a good life, taught you at least how to protect yourself. We wanted something slightly different. But at that point, son, I had to be pragmatic. It was likely a fight would come to your doorstep one day, and if you didn't know how to raise a shield, we thought the worst. I, of course, came to Widowstone at the behest of the Unknown Twelfth to protect Widowstone Keep. And I journeyed to Belness. I tried to do more research on the Knowing Rebirth, kept to myself. Often I considered seeking you out. But the more I learned, the more I realized that our enemies were everywhere. If I went back and I saw you, well, it would get to you, and then to me, and then to your father wherever he was. Even I didn't know where he had gone. It was too risky. I was content to relive my glorious years with the both of you in my dreams. But I was too loud, too noisy. Occasionally did too much, it seems. Althara and the Impure quickly came after me when Lords fell. When they went through Belness, I remember being captured and dragged before Althara. And that is the last of my rational thought until, well, this.
I see. I can't imagine what you've been through.
We've been through much. But so have you, son. You threw it all with the fate of the rings on your shoulders. You held strong. Made us very proud.
I think Andreas starts to tear up at that.
And Zell will just lay a hand on your shoulder.
Everyone counting on me. I literally had gods and titans coming to me in my dreams and telling me that. I won't say that wasn't a huge, that was massive responsibility. Let's be real here. But I had my friends. And I knew you two were out there in some form.
I'm glad. And I am once again sorry for all the years that were missed. But I will make up what I can. So will your mother. We have many years of peace in front of us.
I think we do. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Good. So much to see and a completely new ring to explore. Ha ha! It is exciting.
Yes. People, cities. I mean, the Titans are back.
Very true.
We have all sorts of new, exciting things to see.
That I would agree with. As would I. The world has changed much. Seeing it as a family would be a good first step.
I mean, I love that. You must meet the soldiers. With the maiden hour, I imagine many of them came back.
I would imagine all of them have come back in some shape or form. But yes, we have our thanks to give them. But
Yes.
after we've had our fill of festivities, there is likely work to do on the Prime Ring. Work regarding, quite frankly, an empire that has undergone turbulent years. I'm not saying I will remain there forever, but without a guiding hand, I worry progress will be lost.
I understand. There's a lot of work for all of us to do. Make sure the peace lasts. And we fought very long and hard.
It's very true.
Hey, with how everything's going, likely a trip to Clover won't be long.
We'll see. The question is if you would like to see the city, its people, perhaps even learn the ways in which the nation functions.
Hey, honestly, I don't care what I'm doing as long as I'm with you two.
Enzel would smile. Very well then. Yes, Very well then. But, Zell, what will the people think? They will think whatever they wish. But I am tired of being hidden. Such things are behind us now. The nation must grow without me. But I should be able to move through it. Same with you. A more open rule. You can see Yvonne would nod. Perhaps I could agree to that. Then it's settled. Zell will have a ruling family once again. But that certainly comes later. For now, dinner. Dinner sounds like a good thing.
Yes. Very hungry, and I think Karen got more Ahab.
Ah, very nice. And I think Yvonne and Zell would go to rustle up some dinner. Was there anything else you'd like to ask or do with them?
I think at some point Andreas would like to learn a little bit more about Yvonne's magic.
Gotcha. Then, Yvonne herself, primarily is a user of high magic, and kind of cultivated that magic through first a veneration of the Archfey, but then she met Zell, kind of switched over to high magic and dreams tethered to him. And then that magic was kind of corrupted in a sense when, she turned impure, and it was kind of guided towards Althara, the Dark Star, and later on Ishan.
Okay.
And as she kind of like shows you the magic, Yvonne is one of the best at runic magic in the entirety of really the cosmic stack. Like, her understanding of runes is so in-depth. It's almost natural, like a savant-esque level of being able to quickly scratch and scrawl out runes to make these very complex spells and enchantments. And then when she became the roving hex, many of the hexes and the magics that the Impure were using actually came from Yvonne.
So basically they went after the best that they could find and just used that.
Yeah. They basically, immediately after, Lords fell and they shot out and got to Belneth's first, went after Yvonne. That's part of the reason why they went there, to nab her up. And you kind of are looking back and realizing, yes. So if we had gotten Yvonne, all of the runes required for, the upgrading of weapons and armors and things like that would have gone way down. You could have gotten Sheer 2, Sheer 3 on weapons for practically nothing.
I see.
Yeah.
Oop.
So this was one of the biggest and best upgrades that there was that the brigade could get.
I see.
as you are like watching her and talking with her, she's explaining the magic. Like she would like begin to like go around and like she just put like a rune on like some trash or rubble here and there, and then like snap her fingers and basically connect every other piece of similar trash or rubble via this rune, and just have entire areas clean themselves up or reconstruct automatically. Like it is very automatized what Yvonne does. Like she doesn't have the greatest reserve of magic. That's not really her skill, but she optimizes everything so that any magic she does use, like it's like 90 to 95% efficient. And the efficiency is what the Impure used to kind of roll over the entirety of the Primordial Ring for so long. Because, like, yeah, they could have had these massive fleets of mages, but instead they had like a few witches kind of trained off of Yvonne's magic, just keep the machine pushing forward.
All right, so okay, so she was basically driving this war effort. Got it.
Yeah, she was one of the major drivers of the war effort. Like, going back, she was... I don't want to say she was, like, the biggest driver, because there were others of incredible skill that helped things go forward, like, regarding the Blossomed in general. Like, Marie Carhowell, another one who was extremely influential. They're kind of more under, like, Dr. Sayre. Another one, though, that was incredibly influential was like Bloodsword Tristane, like one of the best fighters that the Impure had, a brilliant tactician that helped just push everything forward. But yeah, there were a few of them there that the Impure really relied upon, and most of them like made it to the very end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yvonne was one of the big ones.
Okay.
And her magic, at least the runes that she has dedicated to, like, her abilities towards, very, very powerful. Actually, though, after being, like, reborn and healed thanks to the Maiden and Ishin, she's even more powerful now than she technically was, so go figure.
Fun. Thanks, Maiden.
Thanks, Maiden. But anything else?
I don't think Andres has any more questions for them right now.
Gotcha.
I think he's just content to spend time with his parents.
All right. Then, amongst spending time with your parents, is there anyone else you'd like to go see or talk to?
Oh yeah. I think Andreas would love to go find Zix and Zelona.
Yeah.
And Weirden.
Weirden is kind of like off, but you can definitely find Zix and Zelona generally together.
Yeah.
So you would find them. Zix would make his way over to you, Andreas, and kind of kneel in front of you, just to kind of get on your level a bit. Mr. Wolfgang, it seems that I owe you a great deal of thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. I did promise that I'd see you face to face one day.
The promise that you kept. I did not think I would ever be out of the prison that I found myself in. And yet, here we are, free at last. You have my many thanks.
I don't know what to say, honestly. But I'm glad you trusted me.
Trust that was earned, Andreas. A trust that was proven, unquestionably, again and again. You rose to the position that you now have. Thank you for trusting me. Not many would side with the Titan King, all things considered.
Yeah, well, I think it was the maiden who told me that, we don't sacrifice people. We don't trade lives. And I think of everything that really stuck with me. But honestly,
She is remarkable. My
it
hope
really is.
is that one day we can have a reconciliation between us.
I have a feeling that that'll happen.
I hope so. Where will you go now, Andreas Wolfgang? This cosmic stack has been changed for the better, but now there is no looming darkness.
I honestly, I spent some time with my parents, and then probably travel. I I'm hoping to one day establish schools for learning of health, mental health services on every ring, anywhere I could. Make it so that people have access to health, wherever they might need to be. But that's a lofty goal, and anyway, I need to secure funding for that. But if I can help people around the cosmic stack, I think that'd make me happy.
For what it's worth, I give you my oath that your dream will become a reality one day. I shall lend my support however I can, wherever I can. I believe
Thank you.
we have proven this path to be a righteous one. When blades failed, voices, listening, heart. It pulled us from the greatest darkness that we had ever known. We would not squander such a lesson.
Yes. Lesson we all learn. I think thinking back to the brigade in its early days, it's hard to imagine we got here. Basically at each other's throats half the time.
The way of the world is often that people will bicker and squabble. But there are things that can pull us from those low depths from the mud. But it requires us to help keep the people's eyes turned upward. You did that. You raised their chins and gave them light. Truly, you've done a good thing. And I'm sure that we can have others help in our quest. Your quest, I should say. Others have been guiding you, relying on you for so long. I recommend that you take up your own dreams, at least for the time being.
That does sound nice.
And if there is anything else that you should need, I shall also help. You can see Zelona kind of has her head down a bit, Andreas, trying to not really even meet your gaze. It's a strange thing for a Titan to look so ashamed, embarrassed. But that's the only thing that you could describe it as.
I think Andreas will kind of put his hand on her shoulder. And, how are you feeling, Zona? I imagine must be processing a lot of emotions.
This is true. Many emotions, yes. I am sorry, Andreas Wolfgang, for all that I did to you and to others. I would take it all back if I could.
I believe you, but honestly, I understand your pain. I truly do. I know what it's like to hurt. Maybe not on the level you do. I've never lost a child, a race, but in our pain, sometimes we make bad decisions. But I think I forgave you long ago, Salon.
You can see just a single tear slips down her cheek. Thank you, Andreas. I do not know if I am worthy of such forgiveness. My role was to maintain the skies, the openness for all of you. And yet I threw it away for vengeance. Vengeance against innocence. There was nothing that any of you could have done to save us. I will be better.
I believe you. And I think now is time to look towards the future. Skies are open again. And I think we will all benefit from it. Yourself included.
I hope so too. I believe that I shall seek the Prime Ring. I was trapped there for so long. Caused much destruction there. I would lend my help to those on that ring. If I could.
Well, I think people there would greatly appreciate that. And my father just says there's much work to be done, so the more hands the better, right?
And she'll nod. I shall be helping around where I can as well. There will be time, I believe, before many could accept the return of the Titans. I would hope to stop others from sullying our name. There are some that have not returned to us. Astrodea, Urith, Neorax. I need to track them down. Know their locations truly and fully. Especially Astrodea and Urith. We've never been fractured before. I don't know how truly fractured we are now. But we will find out. But if you need anything, you have more than earned my full attention whenever you wish it.
Thank you. And if you two need anything from me, don't hesitate to call. Happy to help.
Very well. Perhaps land for a home. 2 plots, if you would. They would be paid for. But places to call our own.
Absolutely. Any ring you prefer?
I would prefer Primordial Ring. I believe that the Prime Ring is where I should be.
Well then, I'll have my father prepare some of the best land for you, Zelona. And Dix, I'll pull some strings with some of my friends, Cordell, Nastin, and get the best land I can find on the Primordial Ring.
Very well. Thank you.
Of course. And I'll let you know when I have those things done.
And they would both nod. Is there anything else you would like to do with them or talk about?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
I think Andreas is gonna ask Dix, like, where he anything came up with the idea for the Zerozixia. I think he's just curious about that.
Where I came up with the idea, it was truly in a bit of madness. The Titanic Alliance, as you knew it, was collapsing. Many falling under the influence of the Dark Star. I tried to see into the future, tried to pull all the magics I could. Did not truly understand what was happening to us. But I realized along the way that alone a person would not be able to survive what was coming forward. So I created a prophecy from flashes that I observed, and I sent it forth. I tried to influence the Torvians to come together. I hoped to create a more whole version of myself. My presence, my energy did not end up coming to true fruition. But I inadvertently created much of what you know today. I saw grave potentials, Andreas. I saw a world overcome by the Dark Star. I don't know if it was truly a future or just the intent, if you could call it that, of the entity that is the Dark Star. A world covered in its light, eaten by the abyss, and churned out of the cosmic stack. I knew once I saw it, that would be too much. I attempted to pull in other snippets of knowledge. I do not know truly where they came from. But here we are.
Here we are.
I like to think that many hands helped in the creation of this victory. That seems more true than ever now. I like to think that is good. Very good. And now you possess the unity of titans and gods. A symbol of it. A Dolan Weird. Me and Ishin will be forever entwined. And now you carry forth that entanglement yourself.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, there are worse ways to be entangled.
That is true. Entangled with the Dark Star. Something I would not recommend.
Yes, wasn't planning on it, but entangled with people you care about, people who care about you.
Yes. That is how to become truly great. Happy, I might even say.
Yes. It is good to be with those who care about you.
Agreed.
But I won't hold you up any longer.
Hmm.
I'm sure you have many people you want to talk to.
Many people to talk to, much of the rings to see.
Indeed.
And as the two depart, I think in later weeks, Andreas, it'd be announced that Zix and Zelona are separating. Not for anything necessarily in particular. There's no ill will between them. You'd be able to learn that. But they are very separate people now. Being together is not sustainable. So much has changed, and change is okay. But they are moving on freely into a new world. But is there anybody else that you would like to talk to?
Yeah. It's now I realize I forgot to put the maiden nation on this document. Oh well.
You can talk to him. It's fine.
Okay, are you sure? Because I know there's already a lot on here. I don't want to.
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah,
yeah. Andreas, let you go talk to them then.
gotcha. Are you trying to find them while they are at Widowstone, or after they have moved to Amalthea?
I think after they moved to Amalthea, if only because I wouldn't see Amalthea.
Gotcha. Then we'll pick up with Andreas' first trip to Amalthea, probably a few months after the final Battle of Widowstone. It is still very much under construction. So much having to be done to construct this city. You know that they have planted just nearby, Andreas, a seed for another tree of titanic magic. Here it will grow. As many have come together to try and assemble a beautiful capital city, the Titanic Ring. Builders from all the other three rings coming together to create something wholly new, Andreas. Underground Magna Rail lines are being dug at the moment, crisscrossing the city for rapid transportation. Kovarov is donating Teculite. There are floating islands beginning to manifest all around. There are panels being donated by Corania and Stark Industries that help to harness the power of the sun and ambient magic to create energy for people. As you walk through, you go to the address of the Maiden and Ishin. As you head here, you find that it is a large tower, of the larger ones currently built in the city. You make your way up the stairs, Andreas, looking at all that is below. Eventually, you make it in front of a door. What are you doing?
I think Andreas is just gonna knock.
You knock, and eventually you see the door opens. As it does, inside you view a beautiful, luxurious apartment, Andreas. You can see that there's a kitchen with food there, like it's in the middle of being prepared. You can see the growing greenery of Amalathea below. You can see, like, maps and charts, like, strewn out throughout the interior of this place. And you can also see, just haphazardly tossed around, what looks to be 2 crowns, or at least designs of crowns. And there are more in the background, almost like the 2 are being fitted for something. But in front of you, Andreas, you see the maiden. And as you do, you can see her face immediately breaks into a smile. It is a smile, Andreas, free of the weight of the world. You've frankly never seen her smile like this. She is wearing what appears to be a very comfortable sweater of some sort. And immediately you feel her grab you and wrap you into a hug, Andreas.
Oh, hello.
Andreas will hug back. Hello to you too.
Welcome.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
No, not at all. How are you?
I'm doing well.
You look
I've
well.
been spending time with my parents.
That's
Something
good.
I never thought I had the ability to do. Figured it's about time I came to see the site.
I will
Is it
show
you
you
too?
every site. Beloved, we have a guest.
And you see, coming out from like a hallway deeper in, Ishin with kind of like this long, flowing white dress. And see that she has a book in her hand and would just gently smile at you, Andreas.
Mr. Wolfgang, welcome.
Ishin, good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Please, come in, have a seat.
Andreas will come in, grab a chair.
You can see the maiden will immediately bring over some tea. And she's just giddy with excitement that you're here.
So, do you want to see, some of the construction first, or I could show you the view from atop the tower, or they are talking about how to divide up parts of the Titanic ring, new structures they're building, new roads. It's very exciting.
I'd love to see the view from the top of the tower. Honestly, I got a good look at some of the construction on the way over here. It seems like everyone's putting in a lot of effort for this place.
They are. And I hope it's gonna be worth it. They've been mentioning people for counties, and I think they're going to try and have us run this place. I've never run anything like this before, but I guess we're gonna try.
Well, for what it's worth, I think your kind heart's going to take you far.
You can see Ishin will chuckle.
Been telling her that for weeks now. Oh, you have, yes, but I'm not good at public speaking. But I'm gonna try my best. We both will. But come on, I can show you the top of the tower and it's so much else.
I'd love to see it all.
And they will
And
take.
if Andreas would be like, and for what it's worth, I'm really happy to see you so happy.
You can see the maiden's face would just light up again. They're gone. The voices are gone, and the ring's back. It's beautiful. And I think that you would see a few tears begin to slip from her eyes. I didn't think it could happen. I didn't think it could happen.
It's been a long time coming, that's for sure. But
Mm-hmm. It has. It really has. Oh, by the way, I have something for you. Please, there's no pressure at all. It's just, see the maiden kind of like turns around and kind of like rustles through a few drawers, and turns and passes you what appears to be like this light blue envelope.
I guess Andreas will open it.
Mm-hmm. There are two things within Andreas: an invitation and a question. The invitation to the wedding, the rejoining of Ishin and the maiden in marriage, and the question for you to be in the maiden's wedding party. In fact, she wants Andreas to be the ring bearer.
Yes, to both. Yes, I'd be honored.
And you can see the maiden is just gonna like wrap you another hug. Oh, thank you. I know that you've had so much going on and you've been really busy, but honestly, you've known me and Ishin so well, and you've helped us so much. It just felt right.
I hope you know I mean this when I say this, that I would literally drop everything to do this.
You. And not just for agreeing, but for everything else.
I'm happy to see the two of you together again. I think seeing you both separate, seeing how much you cared for each other, and being able to bring you together again. Well,
It is.
I would be honored to be your ring bearer.
I'm glad, too. None of this would be possible without you, Andreas. Truly. You carried my hope, my dreams, when I was lost. Thank you for carrying our rings.
Of course. I I'd do it again gladly.
Can see they would both smile. So up to the top of the tower then? They are making new gardens, and they said that they would put in frog ponds.
Do they tell you what type of species of frog, or are they telling to surprise you?
She knows! And you can see the maiden just like points at Ishin, but she's not telling me. It's killing me. Beloved, it's going to be a tremendous surprise. And you can see as the maiden like turns to you, Ishin will like flash a number at you. 8,000.
Oh! Yes, a tremendous surprise indeed. Everyone knows the best surprises are worth waiting for.
Not you two.
Trust me
Okay,
on this one, maiden.
I will. I'll trust you. But as you guys continue to like head up, I start pointing out different parts of Anglafea, where different buildings are going to be located. Point out frog ponds, things like that. And as Andreas is like looking through, he actually sees something kind of like amongst everyone working. You don't think Ishin or the maiden see it, but you certainly do, Andreas. You see a man just kind of waiting against one of the buildings, like far, far off. But the shock of green is unmistakable. It would just give you a nod. Kind of like slip into an alley out of your sight. Perhaps an invitation. But the maiden would just kind of like look back at you and smile widely. So, are you thinking you might want to go check out some of the hot springs, or do you want dinner first, or... I mean, I suppose we have all the time in the world.
You do. You know what? Why don't the two of you surprise me with dinner? I think I saw an old friend I want to catch up with real quickly.
All right, we can do that.
You pick whatever you think is best.
All right. And they will get to work on dinner then.
Yeah. And Andreas would go and try and follow the unknown path, but I don't know if we'll find him.
Yeah, as you head out, you see the sun is, at this moment, just beginning to, like, set. And as you're walking through, Andreas, you kind of turn a corner, and you see a figure waiting there. Just wrapped in the green jacket. Kind of gives you a smile. You have done very well.
Thank you. To be honest, if you told me me from a year ago would be seeing Titan hero gods and high gods all over the place, I probably wouldn't have called you crazy, but you know.
That I do. But the life of heroes changes quickly, Andreas. It changes in ways that none could ever predict. Partly, what makes a hero? Rapid change when the times are darkest. And you've done that. I suspect that you will have much to do in the future as well.
I suspect my work is far from done, but I'll handle that when I get there, you know?
A good choice. Yes. Don't worry. Push forward. Stay the path. And this will just be the start.
Andreas nods. I
Well,
will.
I hope I'm not keeping you from dinner.
Oh, yes. I told the maiden to surprise me. It's good to see her happy.
It is. Locked in sadness for so long. But now, at least for the moment, the world is right again. Keeping it that way, that is always the struggle.
Indeed. But as long as there's people to try, I think we can do it.
Exactly. So when the going gets tough, when things appear hopeless, remember this moment. Remember this. This is what we're fighting for.
I will.
You can see the 12th kind of gives you a nod, and he'll begin to turn. Is there anything you'd like to ask him or do with him while the 12th is here?
I think Andreas would just... Oh, one last thing.
Yes.
Thank you for all your help.
My help? Whatever do you mean? I walked through a door, and I fought a bit. That's all.
Maybe. But who knows where we would have been without hope.
Who knows indeed? But you've always got hope on your side. And he'll just give you a wink. And then just begins to walk off.
I think this time Andreas will let him go. And he will return to the Maiden and Infant to see what they've gotten for dinner.
So, I mean, as you walk in and get back to them, Ryan, have you ever been inside the wonderful, really awe-inspiring restaurant known as Golden Corral?
I have.
So that, as you can see, like, they are making everything. Everything for you.
Oh, what? I've never even seen half of these dishes. What?
Well, the pterodactyl wing is to die for. It kind of tastes like chicken, but not really. It's more of an iguana taste. I don't think he's had iguana, beloved. I don't think so. But I think he'll like it. And you can see, like, Ishin turns and, like, almost, like, tries to set a plate in midair.
just trying to have it hang there as she goes and continues like working this like massive bubbling pot of like a stew or something. And the plate just drops and shatters everywhere. You can see like she goes upright, looks down. What? Why did that? Beloved, that if you're not concentrating on something, things will fall? It's so strange. Being fleshy. I'll get used to it. You can see the maiden just kind of like looks back to you and gives kind of like a wry smile. And you would pick up over the course of this dinner, Ishin has been a high god, a personification of like a universal concept for about as long as the universe. So being only one thing, little bit of an adjustment. But
I think about halfway through the dinner, Andreas just starts having like force fields catch the plates that are falling.
gotcha. And then as that happens, like Ishin is always very apologetic and a little bit flustered. Maiden is always laughing and thanking you.
I think Andreas is stifling laughter. He finds it very funny, but he's not holding it against Ishin, obviously.
Mm-hmm. But as the dinner continues on, anything else you'd like to talk about or do with these two?
I think Andreas is going to ask a really silly question.
Okay.
He goes to Ishin. I have to ask.
Yes. What
Do you
is
need
it?
your eye back?
I don't think so. I technically have these two, so I can see fine. But
Hey,
I also don't feel the need to regain all of the essence that is scattered amongst mortals, and I am content with how I am now. I wish that I could understand how some things work better, but that would come with time. If I'm honest, I'm worried that gaining too much of my godliness back would change me too much. Through it all, I like this existence, and I truly do like it. I feel grateful, true, unfiltered gratitude, a sharpness of the emotion that I've never felt before. It's also focused now, not spread. Even during a manifestation, a high god is still spread so thinly across the cosmic stack. But now when I eat this delicious pterodactyl wing, that's all there is. And when I look at my wife, she gets to be my entire world. I think I see better without that eye.
see. That's good. I was asking, but I wasn't actually sure how to give it back to you, so it'd be a little weird. But I'm glad you're happy. I think you two deserve it more than anyone else.
Well, thank you. I think that this one deserves it, certainly. And you, beloved, I wouldn't be happy without you here. And Ishin would just smile.
You see, they would just kind of like lean against each other a bit. Just being happy here in this moment. Enjoying everything. Truly, Andreas, they are happy.
Andreas will smile, seeing that they're happy. Continue to enjoy the dinner they made for him, savoring every bite.
Gotcha. Then anybody else you're going and talking to or interacting with?
Yeah, I think next up, I think Andreas would like to go find Corinna Khan.
Corinna Khan. All right. You could certainly find her. You know, probably at this point she's off a bit, just strolling the Titanic ring. You'd be able to eventually run into her. You don't think it's by coincidence that you ran into an oracle after only about a day of walking, but helps to have someone who can glimpse the future. Andreas, to what do I owe the honor?
Oh, honestly, I just wanted to see you.
Well, thank you. They are talking about perhaps giving me this bit of land and a little bit more to run the Dorcha Rex, running something.
Sign of the new times, I think. I told you people to come around.
They haven't all come around yet, but yes, it is likely that they won't burn me at the stake.
Good. I hate to see you burned at the stake.
I would too. And you, I see many potentials in your future. What? Game night with Dad? Many more meetings with Ishin and the Maiden. And so much else, but those are probably spoilers.
Yes, most likely. But look forward to.
Yes, yes indeed. So much to look forward to. So much to see. So much to do. A whole new ring to do it on.
Yes, indeed. The maiden Ishin gave me pterodactyl wings.
Yes, there are many of these strange creatures running about this ring. They're a little dangerous. Take some time getting used to.
What a sight they are.
What a sight they are. Here, I predict we should go this way. And Krina's just going to start walking in seemingly a random direction.
Andreas will follow.
So, you wish to see me?
Yes.
Checking in on old patients, or just like my stories that much?
I wanted to see a friend.
See, I half expected that that was a lie the first time you really told it. I don't think that you would keep up the charade so long.
I think at this point, if I didn't want to see you, I wouldn't have come looking.
Perhaps. But when I was before Widowstone, whenever someone came to see me, they were looking for something. Answers someone killed. Maybe Cadigan needed dealing with. It's a far different situation than I'm used to.
Indeed.
People will start coming for you in the future. Now that you are Andreas, savior of the cosmic stack. Big problems and little problems. Everyone wants you to save their cat.
Probably. And I can't honestly say how I'll feel about it. But a little over a year ago, I was the town guard in Deprez.
That is accurate. I think you'll do a good job with them, though. Did a good job with me and the maiden, and somehow you kept Fidelis together.
Yes, they I like to think that it's a good job, and in the end, Fidelis, who I think many saw as a wreck, right there with us, firing that divider.
Yes. Yes. Through it all, still together. How does it feel being a giant? Your name is gonna go down in generations, you know. They'll sing songs about you. Most of the details won't be right, but there'll still be songs about you.
It'll be weird, I think. People know my name, reference. Weird, talking to gods, titans. Not as, followers or worshiper, but as an equal, almost.
I
I
suppose.
think through it all, I think I'd like to be remembered by someone just for saving their cat.
Well, and as you kind of like crest a hill, you can see Krinikon just points down, and you see a group of like 3 children like clustered around a tree, and there is a like tabby cat sitting just a few branches too high, obviously too scared to come down. Krinikon smiles at you. Go ahead. Save the cat.
Right? Andreas is going to walk down to the children. Hello there.
You can see 3 Ganassi children kind of turn around looking at you. They are Air Ganassi. Kind of lighter gray skin, wispy white hair. Hi, mister.
Everything all right?
Our cat, he climbed up the tree.
And he's stuck up there, is he?
You can see the three of them nod.
All right, here's the deal. I'll help get your cat out of the tree, all right?
Okay.
I think Andreas will create just a little force field so you can walk up there and pick up the cat.
You can see, like, the cat is, like, a little spooked as the force field goes up, but you, like, carefully walk up, wrap the cat, walk back down. The children are just kind of in awe. Whoa, how'd you do that?
Oh, just a little magic. I'm sure one day all of you can learn to do the same thing.
You could see, like, they all get really excited about that prospect of doing magic. How interesting.
I think. You're all Ergonasti, right?
They nod.
Oh. You know, I've never really met a Ganassi.
Yeah,
So-
because we died. And they could
Yes, I
see,
suppose that's true.
you see the kids nod. Yeah, I died too. Me too. Like, you're like, they're just kids. They're...
Well, one day, I'm sure the three of you will be able to do the greatest magic. Or be the greatest fighters. Whatever you want to be.
I want to be a penguin psychologist.
Now that sounds like a very fulfilling career.
Gus, they don't even have those. Shut up.
Well, it's good to dream big.
See,
And who knows? Maybe you'll be the first.
Yeah, see? I'll go be the first. Okay, Gus. Sure. But you can see, like, with their cat back, the children, you know, give their final thanks and then run off, seemingly heading back home.
Andreas will just smile. Happy that these kids get another chance at life.
Colonel will kind of walk up next to you. So, Wolfgang, another 80 years of this. How does that sound?
I could get used to this.
Now, come on. We will be late. Rain is going to be coming soon. If we time things just right, we'll be able to have the land uncover some buried treasure for us. You need financing for your little, what, therapist organization?
Cool, yeah. Well, let's get going.
Yes, free money only waits for us. And Kerna will continue walking. Is there anything else you would like to do with her, other than getting buried treasure?
I think Andreas would just kind of ask how her life's been recently. Just wanting to know what she's been up to since the battle was so deep.
I've been wandering, trying to get my head around things. Maiden and Ishin offered to bring me out here, and I accepted. And now that I was out here, they presented me in front of the civilians and others. They said I would make a good candidate for a countess. Countess. So now I'm thinking about what I want to do. What kind of countess will I be? Good one? A bad one? Will it be like Nerdica? Will it be different? I don't fully know. But it's my choice. I'm going to try and make things as best I can, anyway. I would be lying if I didn't have a sadness, though. I miss him. Sin, I mean. He used to be close. Always close. And now, fuck. He's gone. He's really gone.
Yeah.
The legacy carries on in different ways, but my guiding light died. And the maiden didn't bring this one back. I don't take that to mean no one can bring him back.
No, I understand. Death is never easy. Been with many things. I didn't know him like you did. Like B did.
They're all going to forget him. That's almost the worst part. At least when they hated him, they knew him. How many generations? Until he's just another one of the high gods who are gone.
Can't say. But what I can say is that we can choose to remember him. Sure, it'll be hard. Build a memory to a high god gone, but you remember him.
Yes.
You can continue to remember him and help others remember him. And when we are gone, perhaps things will be forgotten. But we can rest knowing we did everything we could. Make sure that the high god who sacrificed himself for the world is remembered by those he sacrificed for.
I suppose that will have to be good enough.
Indeed. Hey, always have those memories to remember and hang on to.
Very true. Very true. Well, I guess now we just move on. Move forward.
Me too. And can I attempt to use my divine magic to do something?
Sure.
I think Andreas would like to build, like with his divine magic, a memorial plaque with the Eye of Sin that B drew. That just says, "In memory of Sin, the High God who sacrificed himself for the Brigade to save the world."
And Corinna's just going to kneel down. And she's going to smile at it. And you can see she's going to wrap her own protective magic around the plaque. I think I'm gonna build something here. Something nice.
I like that.
And she'll nod. Anything else with Corinna?
I think just finding the buried treasure and spending time with his friend.
Gotcha. And you find the buried treasure. More than enough to get your organization started, Andreas. Expanding mental health services across the 4 rings. And just being friendly. Who's next?
Okay. Next up on the list of people. Yeah, I think Margot and Enola. I think he doesn't know if they're together, but he's assuming they are.
Yeah, you would probably be able to find them on your trip to the Titanic Ring, just a little bit after you met up with Corinna, as you would be able to find out that Margot and Enola are intending at least to stick around on the Titanic Ring and help Ishin and the Maiden rebuild. So they're doing some traveling together. And as you're walking along, you would kind of be passing through like a smaller town. They give you directions, and you kind of go up through the hills, Andreas, and you can find them as like the sun is beginning to go down. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, around a campfire talking, and like Enola would perk up and she'd see you. What the fuck? Andreas?
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Huh. Why the hell are you here?
Well, I wanted to see how you two were doing.
Well, pretty great, if I have to be honest. Yes, we're doing well. Really well, I think. Yeah. And you've been up to shit, I've heard?
Oh, yes. I've made it my goal to expand mental health services across the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Corinna helped me get some financing for it. And been spending time with my parents, maiden mission, of course. Oh, so much to do.
Yeah, fuck, I thought that we would be less busy now that we weren't being hunted. But shit, it's more busy. Fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's a good busy, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, we get to explore this brand new ring.
Yeah, exploring, making sure everything's in tip-top shape, getting a census, if you will. New skies, new horizons. There's also a lot of new curses around here. I mean, such an old ring. Lots of, wars that happened.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I guess, people need an exorcist. More than ever, at least. So, always a new exciting adventure.
good.
Assuming you're not in for the census or what? The exorcism business?
Oh, not really. I've been trying to help people out. Get
Hmm.
some cats out of trees, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, can't believe your slow ass didn't take a horse. You've been walking all around?
Oh, not quite. And Andreas will activate his combat school and fly up into the air.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, not quite walking everywhere, but you get the gist.
Yeah, I do. If you ever wanted to learn more about flying, Lavaterra's on the ring too.
Yes, I've been meaning to stop by her, I guess, place at some point. She,
Yeah, maybe. Trying to think. She is feigning lots of ego. I don't think she has a lot of it, though. I think she's a little nervous. Don't ever, ever, tell her that I said that, though.
my lips are sealed.
Yeah, we both get lightning bolted.
Yes, having seen it, not something I'd recommend, but
Yeah. Not a good thing. So, you camping with us tonight?
if you'll let me, I don't want to impede,
Oh, no.
impose.
Our fire is your fire.
Thank you. And I don't think I ever got a chance to thank you for the help you two gave me over the time in the brigade.
Well, I know Margot did a lot for all of you, but what did I fucking do?
Well, you helped me when we were at Widowstone. Helped me, I guess, get over my funk. Now, did I get a heart attack right after? Yes, but that wasn't on you. That was on, the gods in my nebulous space. I don't know where they were, honestly.
Fair enough, I guess. Then yeah. I mean, you could say without me, the universe wouldn't have been saved.
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm gonna say that. Nola, I mean, you could say that. I don't know how. Hey! Look, I'm not gonna say it around the wrong people. I'm just gonna say it in front of, I don't know, everyone in the brigade. Yeah, everyone in the brigade. I'll say it in front of all the mayors. Anyone who pisses me off. Nola, that's most people. I'm gonna be saying this shit a lot then.
I think Andreas is just laughing at this. Oh, Margot, of course. Thank you for all your help with the therapy zone.
It was good. I hope that your organization takes off.
Hope so too.
And if you need someone to ever sit in, I have experience.
I remember that. And if you ever need any help with the census counting or anything, Brenna assures me my name will be remembered for generations, so I can probably get some stuff done.
Gotcha. I mean, maybe. Nah, we got it. But thanks.
Need anything from me?
Yeah, we know where to find you. Or I'll just go knock on Dad's door.
That is fair. And, I hope you two are happy.
Well, yeah, I mean, things are going, pretty good. Pretty good. You can see, like, they just kind of both look at each other and will smile. Yeah, things are going... I'm happy. And, starting to patch things over with my mom. So, that's good. That's good.
Good.
Thanks for
Like it.
all the help.
Of course. It's good to see everyone so happy, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I still can't believe all you insane people made it out. How we did this.
Well, a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, and a whole lot of hope.
Yeah, did you practice that in a mirror or something?
Only once or twice.
Yeah. All right. For just that, Andreas, and you can see Enola will pull out a deck of cards. Bunker Mole.
Gladly.
And as they begin to deal out some Bunker Mole, is there anything else you would like to do with them?
I think Andreas will just enjoy the company for the night.
Gotcha. Then, anybody else that you would like to go and contact in this epilogue?
Yeah. I think Andreas would like to go find. Let's do Carowin next.
Gotcha. Then, as you are going and trying to hunt down Carowin, what is your, I suppose, like, plan for finding this dude?
Andreas, he's kind of being here. He's like, there's like a 50, not probably, there's like a 75-25 chance I find this guy. But if I can just get to Ahab.
Okay. Your goal, get to Ahab's. How are you trying to do that?
That's a great question. I guess Andreas is going to see if one of his friends can open a portal up to that dimension. I don't know.
Who you asking?
Friends or family. I'll I guess Andreas will ask his dad.
Dad? Yeah. Then, as you go ahead and head up to Zell, he'd be more than able to open a portal to Ahab's. Are you stepping through?
Yep.
Then, as soon as you step through, you have to duck as a plate goes flying. As you can see, there are a group of employees behind the counter throwing shit.
You can see Carwin is just like ducking and dodging. We don't have it. I know you got those corn shakes. Come on, give them to me. Give them to me. Sir, you're cut off. I am never cut off. I have the money.
You have not paid your tab.
I'll pay it now.
Okay. Currently,
And you can see someone like rips out this long sheet of paper from behind the counter.
we have you at 56,001.
All right. Look. Maybe this whole tab thing. It's gotten a little bit out of hand. So, can we figure out another way to settle up? No! Alright, fine. Alright. You're really gonna make me pull out the big guns, right? What are the big guns? And you can see they all just, like, cower behind the counter. You can see, like, Carwin, like, goes and walks over to the counter. He snaps his fingers. You can see, like, this tripod thing, maybe only 6 inches tall, appears, with kind of a setting for something. Then Carwin reaches into a back pocket, and he pulls out a wallet. And he takes the wallet, puts it upside down on the tripod, and you can see 1 gold coin fall onto the counter below. Then another, and another, and another. Carwin says, "Sorry, it only does 1 at a time. You know, spending limits. But you guys don't have a spending limit." "Oh, wait. Oh, but you had money this entire time?" "Yeah, I'm a king." "Oh, hey, Andreas. How you doing, buddy?"
I think Andreas is kind of standing and he's like laughing. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Hey, 2 corn shakes. You can see the people are just standing there. He goes, "It's for me and my buddy." You can see one of them just stands up. And we'll just start walking into the bag. So, how can I help you?
So just kind of wanted to see what you're doing, how you're holding up.
Oh, I'm doing great.
I can tell.
Hey, you seen Piper around anywhere?
I don't think so.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I left him in Ostrion. I'll get him later.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, probably. As long as... You can see, like, Carwin, like, reaches into his bag and, like, pulls out a series of weapons. Yeah, this is a training exercise. A training exercise. I'm brilliant.
Yes, testing his survival skills in a harsh environment, I see.
Oh, yes. Look. Everyone else after Widowstone Keep, they have rested on their laurels. Piper and me, no. Tip-top shape. The both of us. Speaking of, are you looking a little flabby? He kind of like grabs like your side and like should I like pulls some skin? Yep. Need some more crunches. I'm kidding. You are fucking jacked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been walking around the Titanic ring, taking in the sights, you know.
Yeah, I know. So many sights to see, so much to do. Big things, marquee. And also, Carwin Courier Services. Now expanding operations.
Expanding the Titanic ring or expanding the Cosmic Stack?
You make it sound like expanding to the Titanic ring isn't a big deal. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a whole other ring.
It is a big deal.
I might set up an office.
Ooh, fun.
I'm not going to set up an office. That seems like too much work.
Yeah, Makes sense. Makes sense. And you can deliver to it.
Very easily, very easily. But, less to do nowadays. Might need to just resettle into some retirement plans. But that also sounds boring. Who knows? What are you doing in your retirement?
Well, I've been working to set up mental health services across the ring.
Alright, let me stop you there. You said the word working with retirement.
I guess that is counterintuitive, yes.
Yeah, that's an oxymoron there, boss.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is. Well, I suppose I've been spending time with my family.
Okay, that's more on track.
I've been visiting friends across the ring.
Okay, more on track.
I've been getting cats out of trees.
Cats out of trees. How big's the cat?
Medium-sized cat, and it was for 3 kids.
Okay, we're still on track. And you see the employee kind of comes out. 2 corn shakes for Carowin. And you can see now as you turn back, Andreas, there's like a pile of gold beginning to like manifest on the counter as like the employees are just like scooping gold into sacks. But Carowin will go and he'll get corn shake, and then he'll pass one of them to you.
I will also take a corn shake.
Are you drinking the corn shake?
I am drinking the corn shake.
You drink it. Surprisingly, it's really good. Like, it has no business being good, but it is. See?
Yep.
Never steer you wrong.
No, this is really good.
Uh-huh. That's why I come to this place. They got the best food.
They really do.
It's a shame they pay these guys minimum wage.
Really?
You can see, like, the employees behind the counter are just, like, slowly shaking their heads. See, that's why I'm such a good tipper. And then you can see they all just start continuing to shake their heads.
Oh, yeah. No, you really gotta, tip economy these days.
I know. Probably have to go get Piper pretty soon. Anything else you need,
Yeah.
boss?
Honestly, I've just been seeing all the people who helped me, giving them thanks, spend time with friends. Peaceful.
I like it. You know what? Just for that, you can see Carowin is going to like reach into a pocket and he's going to pull out a scroll and give it to you. This is a spell that turns anything another color.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. You do magic now. You can spell it on you. So, use that for mischief only.
Understood.
Alright. See you there, buddy. And
Alright.
Carowin is gonna like open a portal and then gonna go ahead and disappear. And as Carowin goes ahead and disappears, go ahead and make a physical save for me, Andreas.
Okay. Each one. Mark. 3. 6 successes.
You fail.
Oh, gosh.
As
you feel something rip through, like, your back, Andreas, as you, like, cry out in pain momentarily. Like, and in this moment, you feel your entire body begin to go just absolutely rigid. It's like your breath catches in your throat. And as you're trying to move, you hear this voice. Don't do it. And you can see that there is a figure walking up next to you. You can see they're vaguely humanoid, but with, like, robes, like, covering their body, but, like, this black spectral smoke coming out from underneath a hood that creates this kind of fog around them. You could probably fight this off. But I've got my agents watching your mom and your dad, and everyone else you've been checking on to visit. I know who you care about. We're just gonna talk. I'm not trying to fight you today, Andreas Wolfgang. I'm here to congratulate you. You are a tough opponent. A real son of a bitch. You don't die. But I suppose you were a little loud. Loud, loud, loud. I honestly did not think that you would make it this far. But here you are. Talking with gods and titans. What did you say? Like you were equals? I suppose that you are equals, though. I didn't expect a therapy tent. That brigade was collapsing. Absolutely shriveling from within. You swoop in, make sure it doesn't. Well played, Wolfgang. Well played. Felt like it needed to be said. I'm sure you realize it's not over though, right?
I do.
Good. Well, it's over for you at least. You gonna live to old age. Look, it's only fair. Pull the miracle off. But now the games really begin. Between all of you and us. See, the Titans are big and loud. Sometimes you just need a little bit of quiet. Moving about. You know what I mean. Of course you do. So,
how all of this is going. What do you think? You feeling confident?
Like that, pull off a miracle.
You're right, you did pull off a miracle. That's true.
I think we could do it again.
You think you can do it again? I don't think so. Everything that I've seen, you're already dead. Because now, you're in the big leagues, kid. And here in the big leagues, no one's pulling their punches. Except for you. Because you could actually play. You crazy, crazy guy. So, I suggest you take the rest of your life, you square away all the affairs that need to be squared away. Because as soon as you pass on, it's open season. This is the last time we're going to meet face to face. Or meet at all, really. Just needed to let you know that I was a fan of your work. I was hoping that I would be able to stay around long enough to see a little bit more of it in person. But, what can you say? I'll give you one question, buddy. Just one. Then I'm gone.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Hey. Why do you want to kill us so much? Why do you want to end us?
Me? Well, a lot of other reasons could apply. But I've seen what you are. I've walked among all of you. Seen some pretty nasty betrayals. Seen some idiots. You aren't worth giving freedom to. You are ingrates. Pathetic. In every sense of the word. Look at this here. This is temporary. Temporary to the core. And so, when I look around and I see waste, yeah, it's a little disgusting.
But my vendettas are also personal. I was a saint among you once. I saw you. I saw all of you. I was there at the start of all this. I'm glad I get to be here for the end. Put a shot through the heart of this entire fucking joke. Do you know the people in the brigade, right? All of Helmuth's folk that came through.
Yeah.
I want you to find the Outcast Battalion. I want you to tell them Tamarkin says hello. And you watch as the man with a bow leaves you. As you stand there, looking down, as an arrow made of shadow disintegrates from your back, Andreas. And it is here where we will end your epilogue for today.
Oh, it's my friend. It's my friend. He's back.
Back in black.
Apparently. Oh, boy. Well,
Hee hee.
hee hee. Haha.
Now, Ryan, we play the real game.
Very fun.
Because you just played the tutorial. World Arc 2. The Game of Shadows is on.
Okay.